Is that the right size? Yes, I'm in front of the menu. Okay, we're good. So, this is a nightmare strip. I don't know what we're getting into here. Not all of us remember what it's like. That's what other people in Natra tell me. Or is this a visual novel? I don't know why I thought I needed a controller, but I can. The night on which I was born, I can still remember the glee I was filled with at the thought that I would make the new world mine. But is that quite right? No. This world, it didn't become mine at all. Instead, that night, as I sought my freedom, I became more trapped than I could have known. So it was the night I was unshackled from the chains into which I was bound, and I cast aside the conductor who'd borne me. That night I did something terrible, didn't I? It was late. They say you're supposed to turn the lights off before you sleep, but this kid had them on. Perhaps for some comfort, but it was useless. The bags under their eyes showed the truth. It was the same routine every time I gained consciousness. In the light, the shadows just grew longer, drawing them to what was coming. That just made it worse. It's you again, isn't it? Please, please, just go away. I approached. My movements were slow, lethargic. Inch by steady inch, the kid watched me waver and shift, and squirmed. They always pushed their eyes shut, as if they could somehow stop it. But when they do that, I simply call upon fear sound. Children have this fear. The fear of thunder, far off in the stormy skies. The fear they have of being stuck in the train rails, of being caught in the path of a far-off noise as it came close. But what are you doing? It matters not how tightly their eyes may close, or how hard they muffle their ears. The noise is inside their head. I love this art, even though I can't quite make out some of it. They immediately freeze up, trying to still their breath and pretend as if they're already dead. Anime-style game with giant chicken in my highlights. I'd have to check the highlights real quick. That was, okay, that was Phantasy Star Online 2. I have to actually realize from the giant chicken, yeah. In Phantasy Star Online 2, you can get a Rappy costume. That's a full-body costume. And whatever visuals you set for your character carry over into the cutscenes, because they're rendered in engine instead of being pre-rendered. So like, yeah, that took the piss out of every cutscene, because that was like the 4th or 5th chapter, season, whatever the hell they called them, and by that point I was like, I gave up giving a shit. It was kind of a cool season because they did like this throwback to the so yeah, a lot of the elements were throwbacks to the original Phantasy Star quadrilogy of games before they were the Phantasy Star Online series. But at the same time, it was just so shoehorned in there. Anyway, back to Nightmare Strip. No matter, I can still feel their warmth, their connection. And so, there's no escaping me. Oh, we gotta wait in silence. I relax, waiting to pounce the moment they show a hint of life. The kid continues to try playing dead, but it proves to be no avail. I already know that they're still there, trembling with fear. I was almost there, almost free. I'm so close. Just hurt them, just keep hurting. Why won't they let go? Let go of me. Why? Why they just let go of their ear? All right, let's cry it out. Yeah. I slowly absorb all their anger, fears, anxieties, and weaknesses, and I'm given a new form. And their name? Wait, that isn't right. What was their name? Why can't I remember? In an instant, the world around me darkens into nothingness. I hear a faint, quiet voice. The noise can't hurt you. 4-letter word. Mom? It's just a nightmare. Don't worry, it's slowly passing. You'll forget about it in the morning. Or that's the mom's voice again. Don't worry, it's slowly passing. You'll forget about it in the morning. For would it be so simple for me? This child's connection is one that I've been cut away from, one that's allowed me to be my own being. but now that it's been left behind, it's possible I'll never feel whole again. I feel so empty. So very. Is this how the dream ends? Just another nightmare to wake up from and forget? Is there more? Can there be more I haven't realized? Oh, okay. My journey begins in the waking dawn. As I slowly ease into consciousness, I begin to feel the sensation that I was forgetting something. What? Snapping awake, I slam the alarm clock snooze button in an instant. My entire body is alert, and the shock of it remains for a brief duration. I take stock of my surroundings. Oh no, no, no! I missed my flight. Oh, never mind, false alarm, thank God, okay. I don't have to worry about leaving for another hour. I close my eyes again. Wait, no, actually I do have to leave right now. I immediately jolt out of my bed, feeling the thud of my feet on the carpeted floor. My fluffy chest feels free, loose, and heavy as it bounces in tune with my footbeats. My legs tremble, stiff, and my heart races. Hoping I didn't wake up my housemates with this racket. Seize my phone from the nightstand. 2 a.m. Well, that's not good. That's not good at all. Assuming the taxi doesn't run into much trouble with traffic, I'm going to arrive nearly 20 minutes late. Oh, jeez. Okay. Flight leaves around 7:25 a.m., and I still have around 3 hours to kill by the time I get to the gate, but who knows? Anything could happen along the way. Security could take longer than it should. I could get lost and have trouble finding my gate. And what if the train inside the airport breaks down? I guess I should stop worrying and mumbling so much, but... Oh, jeez, I just can't help worrying. I continue to be a mess. Okay. Let's think about things one step at a time. First, I gotta grab my suitcase. Then I gotta wait for the taxi. And then finally, I gotta get some sleep. Wake me up when we get there. 40 minutes later. Felt like I slept for hours. I was just trapped in a strange dreamscape. Subject to the many visions my mind has been meaning to unleash. But I can't even remember any of it. Any semblance has faded away in mere moments. Oh well. As I wake up, I take a small glance at the taxi driver, who hasn't said a word since the beginning of the ride. But I didn't need to hear any words to see my destination, Luna Skyport, flashing brightly on the monitor. I tug my fur lightly and brace for an imminent rush. I'm here in good time. I rush to the check-in to immediately do just that. Check in for my flight, making sure my suitcase is tagged properly as a carry-on. Adrian, correct? Yeah, it's me. Am I clear to pass? Yes, allow me to take your bag. I was gonna burp there for a second. Wait. There it is. Okay. It's a quiet one. I hand the handling agent my suitcase. After they weigh and tag it, they place the suitcase onto a large conveyor belt, where it quickly disappears from sight. Thereafter, they quickly pull their attention back to their computer and print out my boarding pass. Here's your boarding pass. Your gate is D7. Oh, thank you. Next step is to successfully pass through security. Without even starting, I can tell this is going to be a trial. Every early morning flyer, tiresome bane in my way. The line's fairly slow, and my tapping foot gains speed as I grow more and more restless. There's a small backpack remaining. All I have to do is place my phone and game system into a separate container and I'm good to go. Well, except... Please stab onto the scanner, please. Oh, alright. I enter the scanner and pull my hands up, but as soon as the scanner's camera passes by me, it glows red. Sorry, but you give us another 30 seconds. We need to run the scanner again. Wait, did I do something wrong? Well, are you by chance still carrying any electronics? No, just this watch I had. Please hand it over to me. Oh, whoops, sorry. I suppose you couldn't tell underneath all that fluff. Hope you're traveling to the hot country. I think I'll be okay, sir. Thank you. Security passed. Now it's time to head to my gate. What was it again? B7, right? It's D7, bro. I check my boarding pass as I head off to the B gates and immediately swivel on my heel and start heading to my destination. Good thing I checked. I nearly headed in the completely wrong direction. D7 is in Terminal 1, which I need to get to via the train. Crazy, right? There's like a metro in here. I forget which airport I went to. I think it was San Francisco where we landed, and they had a train for part of it. Well, it's definitely cleaner and faster than the metro back in the area. It's hard to keep balance as the train speeds up at an unimaginable pace, but thankfully by the time I started to fall down, I managed to stumble out of the train and head towards my terminal. 5:42 a.m. A lot of time to kill before my flight leaves. Probably shouldn't have been so worried about being late. But I guess that's the kind of person I am. I'm always anxious and nervous about everything. Setting up a trip like this was nearly impossible without Riley's help. I plopped down on a chair next to my gate, try to find a chapstick. There it is. Before immediately realizing I should go have some kind of breakfast. Oh god. Expensive airport food. Or we're just gonna get something from like the little newsstand bookshop. So overpriced beef jerky instead. Looking like a fool, I get back up and bolt towards the terminal map. Now, where should I eat? I can't skip a funny name. Meow Wow Chow. I head towards the store and order the titular Meow Wow Chow, a simple breakfast with toast, sausages, eggs, and fries. Eating noises. The sandwich starts to fall apart as I try to take massive chonky bites out of it. Feels like a curse, but I prevail nonetheless. I smash the sandwich into my untamed gob successfully. Don't see gob used that often anymore. I head back to the gate, feeling refreshed and ready to go, immediately checking my phone's clock. 6:20 a.m. Still roughly an hour to kill. Wonder if anyone's online. Riley's on, playing Dragon Pest 9, or 11 early in the morning. Let me go pester him. Stay. Yeah, you caught me, didn't you? I did indeed. Does it say you got your situation situated? Yes. Barely waiting for my flight to leave. Excellent. That's a new expansion. Yeah, it's pretty good. They've stepped up the writing for the main story, and the classes are fun. New classes are fun. I'll show them when I get home. Don't worry about that. You've earned this trip, man. To me, Kumo City is like the kind of place that's just fun to walk around and waste time in. Kumo means spider, I think. In Japanese, anyway. But in case it sounds like a terrible idea, I have sent you that doc that I made on the cool sick locations you can check out. Yeah, I know. I don't really know what I really want to do there besides play games, buy stuff, eat food. Yeah, is that all you should do there? Man, that is all you should do there. Okay, there's some cool historical stuff in that you should also do. But you know, video games. Hey, give me a cool figure if you see one anywhere. Any specific series? Nah, just give me whatever. I probably know where it's from. I put my phone away, making a scrunched up face, as I genuinely wonder if Riley's screwing with me. Then again, he pretty much knows everything anime, which, more power to him. I check my phone's clock again, pulling it out of the pocket right after taking it out. 7 a.m. Time to line up for boarding. I make haste to the line before checking the monitor, realizing an inevitable terror. Flight boarding has been delayed till 7:40 a.m. So now I have to stay standing for another 40 minutes. Great. 7:10 a.m. I put away my handheld console after feeling cramps in my soft hands. 7:20 a.m. The line gets longer and I realize leaving it to sit down is a bad idea. 7:30 a.m. My legs begin to feel incredibly stiff and I feel like I'm petrifying into a stone statue. Alright, this is probably the last thing tonight. As someone who works standing up most of the time, I'm less worried about this sort of thing, but anyway. 7:39 a.m. and then Flight ITEW 66 is now ready for boarding. Hooray! The line's moving. Oh. I entered the plane looking for my seat, 29F. It's very far back. I trudged through the massive line for 5 straight minutes before finally heading towards my seat. I stow my backpack and plop down, gearing ahead for the long trip that I'm about to make. We can hear a mic intercom pick up, and the flight attendant begins providing the service announcement of the morning. Good morning, everyone. We're sorry, but it will take an additional 20 minutes before the plane takes off. That's not so bad. Please head to your assigned seat as soon as possible. A translator then provides the same announcement in a foreign language. Japanese. I can't read kanji that well, sorry. Anyways, welcome on board Skyline's Flight 2LV bound for Kumo City. My name is Tora, and I'm your in-flight service director. Your cabin crew are here to ensure that you have an enjoyable flight to Kumo City, so sit back, relax, and enjoy. That's Chinese. That's Japanese again. Body. Something. I guess Asagohan, yo? Choto mate okaite. Okay. I begin to doze off, immediately ignore their request to follow the safety instruction videos. The plane's instructional video blares, simultaneously educating about flight safety, and also promoting an upcoming action movie about an 8-legged high school student going on a trip. As the instructional video finishes, the plane starts moving, then accelerating, and then off it goes. My eyes are shocked wide open. We're now off the ground, and the inertia of the takeoff carries my entire body to the back of the seat. The plane then stabilizes, and I hear a bing sound. The kid gets off their seat and starts running straight to the lavatory. I try to sleep out the flight to pass the time. I'm pretty tired, so it shouldn't be too hard, right? Can you please stop doing that? Sorry. It was hard and I was very sleepy. I'm not sure how long I was out, but I feel even more exhausted when I close my eyes. I guess I could take out my handheld console and play some games I've been meaning to catch up on. One Step from Eden. I should play One Step from Eden. I'll let me write down both those, because there's a non-zero chance those are games by other devs that they snuck in there to plug for friends. We'll take a look after. I choose to play One Step from Eden, an action roguelike game where you fight on a grid. It's fast-paced, chaotic, and frankly, overwhelming. Game over. Wow, I'm really bad at this. But just as I'm about to completely fall into my groove, the heaviness of my eyelids begins weighing on me once more. Where was this feeling before the flight? I attempt to fight my slow descent into the unconscious, but it's a hopeless struggle. I succumb to it and knock flat out. 15 hours later. So this is basically a flight to Japan. First thing I see is the seatbelt light turning on. Well, no. Actually, the first thing I see is a Seismic GoPros magazine tucked into the seat in front of me. But then my eyes are drawn to the seatbelt light. I'm sorry, I was trying to think of what Seismic GoPros might be a reference to. Alright, I try to get my bearings to look around, seeing everyone awake and having tea. Flight attendant comes towards my aisle seat. Excuse me, but you haven't received your complimentary snack. Oh, she tosses me a bag of chips. Oh. Thank you. Oh, you're very welcome. Is that actually one of them nightmares? Yeah, you could say that. Oh, I don't know too many of them. Does it feel weird? Go from being a lump clump of someone's fears and anxieties into branching out to become your own stubborn little person? I mean, yeah, she's right. I wouldn't describe myself like that, though. Yeah, that's a way of saying it. Our creators are generally referred to as conductors. They say fear is like music, and anyone that sees their fear so clearly as to direct it into something real is as skilled as a conductor, or something. Interesting. And yours? They really must be sewn to make a face as darling as yours is being. A little bit. I think they're in Kumo City. Oh, is that why you're flying to the city? Are you both like friends, or are you planning to hop over to a surprise visit? Sorry, I'm just a bit of a curious creature. Don't mean to pry. Oh, I'm just on vacation, not looking out for them. Oh, I see. Just a simple trip? Yeah, just a simple trip. I see, I see. She seems doubtful of that answer. Anyways, Kumo City is a lot of fun. There's so many places to visit. So don't worry about having nothing else to do there, kiddo. She takes a gigantic, huge breath to catch up with her excitement. Gigantic, huge breath. What you plan on doing? Oh, alright. I might just save when we land and pick this up next week. Maybe want to see them animes? Oh, what? Please go away. Oh, I'm gonna head back to my station. It was so nice talking to you. Enjoy the rest of your flight. She walks away and leaves me by myself. With that conversation out of the way, I pull my sights towards the window. Beautiful night sky paints over the bright, lit city. My plane ride is finally over. We will be lowering altitude now. Please buckle your seatbelts. I shake in excitement as my ears begin to pop again. Oh, yay! Hey. Alright, yeah, since I'm, like, apparently way more tired than I thought I was going to be, we're going to save. And since it's chaptered up, I can just cut episodes by chapter starting next week. So yeah, we're probably gonna pick up with this next week, and I'll figure out better timing for the hell is it? Lakeview Cabin in the future. But okay. I guess we'll take a quick credit look while we're here. Character design image art by Aaron Yoder. Okay. So 2 artists. Music and UI by Evan Thaxter. I think it's just built on RenP anyway. Jeffrey Chow. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people. Okay. Just saved, so we should be good. All right, let's find somebody to raid.